Taishi Onodera is also there, and the libero, Tomohiro Yamamoto, retains his place in the starting lineup. And so, the French team. Oh, Jean Patry is one of the outstanding players of this weekend in Novi Sad, and he'll feature large, I'm sure. Kevin Tilly, yes, as suspected, the son of the coach, is recalled to the starting lineup. He's a real linchpin. Antoine Brizard, number 11, sat out much of yesterday's match. Le Goff, the huge presence of Nicolas Le Goff. There's a great spirit, isn't it, in the French team? And no wonder they're winning for fun at the moment. Xin Agnès, number 21, is recalled to the starting lineup as well. He's a real talent on the front row. And the libero, number 2, of course, is Yania Grebennikov, who is just such a joy to watch. He is omnipresent, he's everywhere. So, confirmation of those starting lineups. Japan lineup like that, with Nishida, 11, and Ishikawa recalled to the starting lineup. Yuichi Nakagaichi, incidentally, the coach. And France having rung the changes as well and recalled some key players. Clevener, we haven't mentioned, he's also back. But look out for Patry and Le Goff in particular. So we're all set. Bang on schedule. The penultimate match here in this opening weekend of the Volleyball Nations League 2019 here in Novi Sad in Serbia. The Serbian side will be in action later on for the last match, but this is all about Japan and France. Can France make it a clean 3 wins from 3? Can Japan return to winning ways as they prepare to host the Olympic Games, of course, next year? It's Le Goff to get us underway for France. Well, he's back. An early strike there for Nishida. 15 spikes, that's 16 now. And here's the other outstanding player from the Japanese side, Ishikawa. Rested for the game against Russia, so he should be fresh and back in business. There is Patry. Oh, we know him for his brawn, but that was terrific. That was really nice touch, early touch from Jean Patry. He really does have an excellent volleyball brain. Solved the dummy there perfectly. 2'7", one of the taller players in the French roster. Good booming serve. There's the set. Nicely dug out by Grebennikov. Here is Tilly. Oh, that's nice. Pure placement. Spotted the gap mid-court and duly filled it with the ball. So Tilly announces his return in the best possible way and evades the desperate dive there of Ishikawa. So Patry, that huge ball toss. Ball into play, which is all important. Excellent block. Oh, wonderful blocking. Xin Agnès in the thick of it, and France smartly out of the blocks here. They've started so positively, and they have done, in fairness, in all 3 matches this weekend in Novi Sad. And they are such a difficult team to budge once they get their noses in front. Patry, once again, finds the court. Oh, the block goes away, off at the hand of Tilly. And that was a nice little run of serves there from Jean Patry. There was the set, and once again it was Nishida. So Onodera, who's also featured very well actually for the Japanese team. Oh, that's nicely picked up off the floor. Nishida again gets the touch. There was a firm touch there, yes. And Nishida hasn't wasted any time, has he, at all, in reminding the French how good he is. We missed him rather yesterday. He did make a couple of replacement appearances when the libero went off. Challenge here for a block touch, but I'm not sure on viewing that live in real time. Challenge from the French. Nishida convinced that there was a clear touch. Is he right? He is.
You're ready? You're sure? There's a block touch? I'm asking.
Well, the French still questioning that decision.
Thank you.
They'd have to accept it. Disappointment there. You can see on the face of Antoine Brizard. So, Japan draw level on Adera. Nice set from Brizard. And has that gone wide? It has. That's a rare error from Jean-Patrick. Got his angles slightly askew there. Let's look at this again. There's Brizard with the set. Yeah, it's comfortably wide. So having said that France are difficult to budge when they get ahead, it's Japan who have the slender lead here. Patry, that's better. That's more like it. That's the intention that he had in the previous attempt. Same routine. Brizard, and there's Patry behind him. Telepathic understanding between these players. So many routines. There's the serve from Tilly. And Nishida again, this time just placing the ball beautifully mid-court. And Nishida, wow, what a start he's made to this opening set. 4 points already to his name, and here he is. He's a real delight to watch. Fizzing serve dealt with by Clevenot. Clevenot comes back again, but can't get any purchase on that spike. Good end view. And there, once again, Japan come away with a point, and it's Takano on that occasion. That was nice. Spread the play. The French blockers weren't in position early enough. And Japan here with Nishida leading by 2. He's put that long. So much experience in this French side. They won't be panicking just yet. Here is Chinagnes, Barthélemy Chinagnes. Nishida again, the block. Brilliant reaction. Can Japan retrieve this? Yes, they can. France, though, will surely be able to put the ball away, and they do. Le Goff obliging, but smart defense there from Japan to keep that ball alive. Nishida again was involved. Here it is again. That's the winning spike from Le Goff, but terrific defense before then. So all square. Chinagnes, Ishikawa, Takano, plenty of height there as Nishida had little to work with, was so deep. And not surprisingly, the blockers did the job for France. And the advantage swings back the way of the European side. Last year's runners-up, of course, and in search of a perfect 3 wins from 3 this weekend. Chinagnes, there's the set. Nice. Just long. Well, they're convinced there was a touch. Ball was certainly long, just out of shot there. Being challenged here. Looking for a block touch. Signaled by referee Morisic. So Japan once again assured there was a touch from that spike by Nishida. Does provide the teams with a chance just to regroup. No touch there. So once again, technical timeout is reached with France leading by 8 points to 6.
front of you all the time when you have your balls closed, they will work between you. We serve. Aggressive and so make a good communication. Remember sometimes. This one, we go and communicate if the ball is in or out.
Well, let's just enjoy the skills once again of the youngster, Yuji Nishida, who came into this third game with 15 points to his name and has added 4 since in double quick time. In fact, Japan only got 6 points in the entire set, and 4 of them have come from the hand of Nishida. So good to see him back. Started playing seriously at the age of 17. Made his debut for his club side. And has a really impressive leap. So France have an advantage here. Chenez will continue to serve. That's nice. But so's that. Excellent. Really nicely put away. Lee coming in, it was. Brilliant serve, but that's well dug out there. And Cleverno, brilliant on 2 counts there. Dug it out nicely first of all, and then came in for the killing spike. Put that ball away really nicely. So Captain Brizard. Again, brilliantly dug out there by Yamamoto. Ishikawa is thwarted, has another go, second time lucky. Well, the only surprise there was that he didn't put the ball away at the first attempt, but all credit, you have to say, to the French blockers. But when it came back for a second nibble, he was there, and there was no doubt at all. So Ishikawa announces himself back in the team. Akori. There's the set, and then coming in from deep again. Tilly. It works so well when you have a player who knows what their role is, coming in from deep with momentum, so that they're actually striking the ball with the body moving forward. Very, very difficult to defend. Cleverno. Oh, it's difficult to retrieve there. There's another great serve there from Cleverno. Ishikawa, well, again thwarted. Again, the blockers doing their job. Le Goff in the center of that trio of blockers all going up. Timeout call by Japan with the deficit at 4 points. France have started well again here. They are a formidable unit. That's why they got to the final last year.
Ready, aggressive with the reception, and we go forward. We control 1 of 2 defense, it should be better. Okay.
No doubt about it that the Japanese team is so much stronger for the presence of Nishida and Ishikawa. Clearly thought they could afford to rest those 2 players. It is about managing the players well, of course, on what is a really intense period of top-level volleyball. Cleverno then continuing. It's way too much on that. He's played well, also Cleverno. Didn't feature as much in the second match, but he was certainly influential in the opening match. Sakita then to serve. He too goes long, so trading long serves. Another point apiece to the tally, and Le Goff, it'll be, again, has been so impressive. Looming presence at the net. There's the set coming in. Oh, the block's on, and they're chasing desperately. Well, like the diving red arrows there. Well, there was Takano, but the block was absolutely outstanding. So 2 winning blocks already for the French team. That's gone long as well. No, it hasn't. No touch, they're convinced. Well, the ball went long. The question is, was it touched on the way by one of the French blockers? And there'll be a challenge from France. So difficult to see in real time with the naked eye. The ball is traveling so quickly. And of course, all it needs is the faintest of touches on the fingernail or part of the hand. Here it comes. Nope, no touch. Out on the full. The point goes the way of France. So the advantage now is 6 points. That's starting to look healthy for France. Japan, you feel, really wanted to try and win this first set. They still might, of course, if they can come back here. They won't do it like that. Second technical timeout. France now starting to tighten their grip on this first set. They've started the match really well. And despite the efforts of Messrs Nishida and Ishikawa, French team in control.
Journée de repos, on est bien d'accord, personne n'a besoin de repos. Allez gars, on garde la concentration comme ça, on met bien la pression en agressant le service.
Keep concentration, keep the pressure on.
On garde le rythme.
Not really much to say for Laurent Tilly. There is Jean Patry. We've seen so much of his raw strength, but that was an early spike, an early success for the big man. Top scored with 23. He's added another couple since, so he's up to 25 for the tournament. And he's a real danger man, and that's why he's been ever present. He's started all 3 games this weekend in Novi Sad. Of course, France have plenty of other hugely talented players. Way and Gapet not featuring this weekend. Here is Nicolas Le Goff. Set. Here is Nishida once again. He's thwarted. Chinagnières and Patry together. Really starting to enjoy some success there. That was terrific. There was Patry with the vital block. So he had adds another point to his impressive tally. Le Goff then. There's the set, and it's Ishikawa this time who does get an important touch. Yeah, off the hand of Tilly. Ishikawa, well, first ace of the match. That was impressive. Wow. Not necessarily known for his serving skills, but that was special. It's the first ace for Japan of the match. What can he do here? The ball finds its way over the net, and Chinagnières up smartly. He's got such a great reach. Barthélemy Chinagnières. finding that gap, just landing inside the baseline. France continuing to pile on the pressure here. And here is France's joint leading scorer in this match, Patry. Nishida, yes, this one gets away. It's a double touch on that occasion. Nishida moves to 5. And they're going to need their big names, really. Nishida we've seen plenty of already. Ishikawa just starting to grow into the game. He does tend to be a relatively slow starter, does Ishikawa. Recalling the first game on Friday. Nishida was outshining him. What can the French do here? That's really poor. Apologies from Kevin Tilly there. That was really a nothing dig. Let's have a look at this again. Yeah, got that horribly wrong. Put his teammates under real pressure, and well, Nishida has the simplest of touches to move to 6 points for the set. So, just a little revival here from the Japanese side. Nagata. And that's gone long as well. So, a couple of unforced errors here from France have put Japan right back in this opening set. They've taken a timeout here. And Laurent Tilly will not be pleased with that last couple of minutes of play.
Agresser la balle. N'attendez pas que la balle vous agresse, allez agresser la balle, d'accord? Hein? Allez, comme ça.
Well, one simple message, it's for you to show aggression on the ball rather than the other way around. Attack the ball, don't let it attack you. He exudes a quiet confidence, doesn't he, Laurent Tilly? I think he knows deep down that these players have got enough talent to come through this match. It's just a question of executing the plans, the preparation. They'll know all about their opponents. The homework will have been done. 4 points the deficit at the moment in this first set on Adera. Tilly, there's the set, and there is Patry, nicely done, blocked nicely. Chenaniers follows up. So Patry had the first go. It was all set up by Tilly in the first instance, but Chenaniers coming through. And he takes his tally to 4. Tilly with a serve. There's the set. And this time Chenaniers can't get any control on that block at all. And Hakuri doing well there. And it's back to Nishida to serve. His serving skills are particularly impressive for a relatively short player. He's only 1.86 m, and in modern volleyball terms, that is short. But look at the power he can pack. Joust, ball still alive. Comes back over the French and to the Japanese side. There's Patry again, and the block comes in. Well, the block came in, but it was wide. And, well, Patry, once again, coming up with the goods, coming off the hand there of Takano. There was the joust. France reached 20. 5 points to gap. On course for this first set in pretty quick time, actually, it has to be said. Ishikawa, excellent retrieving skills from Tilly. Ishikawa identified by the second referee. Now, what is happening here? Centre line fault from Ishikawa identified. Yep, steps over the mark, under the net. Ishikawa identified, not spotted by the first referee, but by Manola Sanchez, but it's being challenged by Japan.
Outside court. Yep.
So the question is there a foot fault under the net line? Clearly there was. Just lost his balance, didn't he? It's there on film for all to see. So France still in control of this first set. Nicely done by Tilly. Gets himself in position if required. Oh, that rather backfired then from Le Goff. I think he was caught in two minds there. Le Goff went for the spike, kind of pulled out of it. Tried to go for the dummy, didn't he? And actually, in the end, ended up fooling himself. Almost dummied himself. Takano with the serve. There is Brizard. Nicely done there by Clevenot. They think there's a touch again. Let's have a look at this. It's Clevenot here on the right. Now that's a straight in-out. He's convinced that that's caught some of the line. It has. Definitely in. It's a straight in or out. And I think we can see that for the naked eye, that is comfortably inside. Let's have it confirmed by Hawkeye. Yeah. So another one to the tally for France. Four more points required then. Here's the captain, Brizard. Out on the full. Change of personnel for Japan. Sekita is off. Here's Brizard looking for Patry. Ishida keeps it alive. Takano, here is Ishikawa. Yeah, oh yes, deep into the corner. Beautiful execution. Using the court to its fullest there. Right deep into that corner. Worth watching again. Here is Ishikawa. Bang! Just inside the line. Outstanding. So Japan, like an annoying wasp, just won't go away. France need to be careful here. That'll make them feel a little bit better. Le Goff dispatching another one using all of his height. Didn't really need to get up particularly high, did he? Le Goff on that occasion. So Sekita is back on. Clevenot. That deliberate preparation that we've come to recognise over the last couple of days. Madera, no, too much for Clevenot to handle. And Japan are making a real go of this. You have to admire them. We said it in the match against Russia. Yes, they lost, but my word, they were impressive. Let's just need to steady the ship here. Here is Sekita. France then. Tilly, yes, nicely done. His third point of this opening set. Good to see him back in the side. Part of a real dynasty of volleyball players, the Tilly family. So France 2 points from wrapping up this first set. There's Le Goff with the serve. Looking for Ishikawa. And of course Ishikawa, as he so often does, delivers. He's up to 5. Nishida leading the way for Japan on 6 points in this first set. Ishikawa now on 4. Or 5, I should say. And here he is again. Starting to move through the gears. Good serve. Well dealt with there by Brizard. Tilly, the pancake, keeps the ball alive. That was nicely done. But that's wide. It seemed to be wide to me. Again, let's have a look at this again. The anger from our commentary box, so deceptive. That was a brilliant piece of defense there, the pancake. Yeah, it was wide, but the touch came, no doubt about it. So Japan at a point. Timeout France. And just a chance for Laurent Tilly just to get those messages across.
Là, on regarde, on fait que regarder. On n'a pas de mouvement et on n'est pas assez rapide. OK? Allez, bon service, on les garde, on est patient et on reconstruit et on va aller loin. Allez, hop.
Asking for a bit more speed of thought. Just saying we just need to maintain our concentration. Again, calm delivery from Laurent Tilly. Japan, though, continuing to make themselves a nuisance here in this first set. A reprieve for France, because that service error there for Japan from Ishikawa gives France 3 set points. And Jean-Patry will try to deliver the winning point here on Adera. Really well dealt with by Grebennikov. He's been rather quiet today. Patry, where's this going? Coming back in court, nicely done, shepherded back. Oh, that was impudent, wasn't it? Nishida. Super stuff from the 19-year-old. Well, he's really enjoying himself here. And all of this, of course, on set point. There was work to do, wasn't there? That was nicely done there by Yamamoto, the libero. But Nishida showing great presence of mind there. Still set point France. Needs a good serve here from Onodera, and he gets it. There we are. Cheneniers makes no mistake on the second set point. And France take this first set in the end with slightly less comfort than they had thought they would have had earlier in the set, but they've done it, and they've come through by 25 points to 22. So France take another step closer to a perfect weekend, looking for this third victory. They were out-pointed in the attack department, though, by Japan, but those blocks were so important. Blocking skills of Le Goff, notably, very important indeed. Let's have a look at the setter contact points. The main setter, of course, Antoine Brizard, well, heavily in that right and centre-right area of the court, feeding for the most part Jean-Patry and Kevin Tilly as well. So Brizard, the captain, very much the linchpin of that side. And I mentioned that Grebennikov, the libero, has been relatively quiet. We haven't seen much of his versatility. I'm sure he will grow into this match. Worth reflecting that over half of the points scored by Japan in that first set came from 2 players, Nishida and Ishikawa, 13 points between them. Serbia will be next to round off our coverage here from Novi Sad this weekend, playing their great rivals Russia, looking for their first win of the weekend. It would be nice to think that they, from a home perspective, can go away with a win in their back pocket, but at the moment 2 defeats from 2. Le Goff fired up. France, make no mistake, will want to make this a clean 3-0 win. Both their victories so far have been 3-1. What can Japan do? They came back strongly, didn't they, in that first set, impressively. So set 2, France leading by 1-0. Ishikawa goes long then with the first serve. Jean-Patry. That's well dealt with by Yamamoto. There's Nishida, and gets the block touch. What an arm he's got. Unbelievable. Nishida moves to 9 points for the match. Nicely done by Brizard. There is Patry, also gets the block touch. And the two standout players starting to really take centre stage here. Patry for France, Nishida for Japan. This match really very much being won by the offensive players. There is Tilly with the serve. Brilliantly dealt with there by Takano, but they recover well, do Japan, and they recover beautifully there. Nishida also showing his blocking abilities. And this, remember, for a man who's only 1.86 m, the net itself at its height is 243. That's a lot of jumping. Nishida, that may have been spiralling out, but it's dealt with by Clevenot. There's Patry, but the ball still alive. Now there's Nishida. Oh, the block comes in, but it was wide. The block was away. And Japan again have started this second set really nicely with Nishida once again hugely prominent. First of all, the block in the previous point, and then the kill with the block touch. Not enough dip on it. Just dipping too late. It's a fascinating skill. The height of the ball toss in some cases is extraordinary. Then the running jump, and then the contact with the ball, often rolling the palm of the hand, the base of the hand over the ball to make sure it comes in with topspin. A bit like it happens in tennis with a forehand or a backhand. There is Takano. So Japan in the ascendancy here in the early stages of this second set. Slightly softer serve on this occasion, and they paid for it. That's a great example of really where you can see why the server will, in many cases, go for it and risk either going long or going into the net, because a soft serve like that is just going to get eaten up all day by the receiving side. Captain Brizard. There's the set, Yamamoto. Ishikawa once again comes away with the goods. It's his 6th point of the match. The Goff it was, and Tilly desperately trying to keep that ball alive. Hakuri. Grebennikov now in action. Le Goff, yeah, starting to find his mark now with increasing regularity. He's such a huge presence. At the net is Nicolas Le Goff. Plays his club volleyball in Berlin, born in Paris. And here is Clevenot, the wing spiker. Brilliant. Japan kept this alive here. Oh, that's nicely done. Terrific. Oh, what disguise that was. Nishida is absolutely on fire here. He seemed to hang in the air for an age. Look at this again. The decoy from Onodera. And he fooled them all. Made mugs of them, didn't he? They all thought it was going for power. That's a shame. So all square in this second set, France having taken the first to 22. Onodera this time, centre of the front line, dispatching nicely. So it's Japan who are edging ahead each time, France keeping tabs with them, keeping on their coattails. But this a more competitive second set. Japan have just upped their game a little bit. Here is Ishikawa. Dug out there by Clevenot. Good reactions there from Tilly. Grebennikov retrieves and does the mopping up. Tilly again gets the touch, had to be kept in there. There is Takano, there's Tilly. This is going to be eaten up surely by Nishida once again, but well read by Grebennikov. Tilly once again, Tilly in the thick of it. Tilly was everywhere there, mopping up and finally putting away the winning spike. And that is, of course, a mega rally. Wonderful, wonderful persistence there from Kevin Tilly. Shinanyes kept that ball alive, then it was brought back into court by Grebennikov, and here is Tilly with such an acute angle, putting away the winning shot. And here he is again. No respite at all in this game. Patrick keeps it alive. Tilly almost a joust at the net there. And on we go. Takano, great retrieving there from Clevenot. Joust again. Which way that ball going to land? It goes back onto the Japanese side. Terrific volleyball here. Nishida! Wow. Well, this second set really has come alive in those last 2 points. Outstanding play from both teams. And it's advantage Japan, who have a slender lead here in set 2. Onodera. Nice. Shinanyes starting to make an impact here as well. Japan, for all their impressive play, not being able to get rid of France yet in this second set. There's the dig, set, the block comes away. Shinanyes well out of court there. So once again, it's Japan who just sneak ahead. But they've not been able to open up any meaningful gap, any meaningful advantage so far. Here is the man of the moment, Nishida. Grebennikov handles it well. Oh, terrific. That was really nice. The short set, and then dispatched beautifully there by Shinanyes. Grebennikov providing the platform, really. All square again. It's a deceptive serve. Oh, Japan come away with the point again. It's desperate stuff. Yeah, net touch by Clevenot, I think. So 1 point the advantage is Takano. It's been eradicated there by that serve going long. But the body language is good. The team spirit in the Japanese team is excellent. They really back themselves. But there's a quiet confidence about France. Brilliantly taken off the deck by the Takano, and then dispatched by Nishida. That's a great combination. Wonderful first hit by Takano. Now he's warming up, isn't he? Approaching 120 kilometers an hour. That's quick. Hakori. There's the set, Clevenot. Ah, it's nice. Le Goff going for placement. And once again, France just keeping in touch nicely. Okay, we'll give you a point, but we'll come straight back and we'll draw level. We'll give you another one. We'll draw level. Cleverno. Once again, Yamamoto sprawling away, and the joust goes the way of France. And France now, as we approach the midway point of this second set, it's their turn just to nudge ahead. All square halfway through this second set. Softer serve again. Can France make that pay? Yes, they can. Nicely done by Le Goff. Once again, there was just nowhere near enough on that serve. It was this point in the first set that France started to pull away, only for Japan to come back into that first set. What'll happen here? Nice. Ishikawa went for the dummy and then went for power, and Tilly comes up with a monster block there. That is absolutely outstanding. Outstanding from Tilly against Ishikawa. Timed his jump to perfection, just got enough of the right hand to direct that ball down. So France have a 2-point lead. It's a while since we had one of those for either side. Yamamoto. But Ishikawa almost saying, how dare you block my previous point. 116, so Ishikawa and Nishida starting to fizz. Good leave. Got the call. Cleverno ducked right at the last minute. So Jean-Patry. Here come Japan. Nishida once again. Desperate diving there from Jean-Patry. Keeps the ball alive once again. Grebennikov, but no control. And that was relentless stuff there from Japan. So again, so competitive. He does enjoy himself, Grebennikov. He's a joy to watch, he really is. He annoyed with himself that he couldn't get the control on that dig. Second technical timeout of this second set, and it's France who go into it with a 2-point advantage here. Leading by a set and 16-14, but once again, Japan highly competitive.
Okay, so right now they are playing a lot of quick. We are making options, but right now we don't take blocks. So we have to complete the system by defense. I want to remember 6, 1 step here, 5, and 1 ready for outside.
Well, let's just look at Nishida in all his glory. 14 points to his name. He's leading the points tally in this match by some distance. And there's a bit of everything. There's his sole block, but again worth reiterating how in volleyball terms he's quite a short player, but he gets such spring and such jump in his legs. It's amazing. And the right arm is really potent. France though have this 2-point advantage in the second set, and here is Kevin Tilly unable to extend that. This could be tight. Japan, you sense, need this second set. If they could just draw level here, and they give themselves a chance. France 2-0 up, difficult to budge. Long on the full from Nishida. Shinanez. Yamamoto. There is Takano. This will be easy for Tilly to get back into position. There is the block. Nicely done. Sakita it was with the block. Again, even shorter than Nishida, so one of the shortest players on the court at the moment, 1.75 meters. But again, the spring in those legs, impressive. Brizard. Desperate defending, but effective defending here. Oh, they've upped a level here. There's no doubt about it. Japan have gone up a notch, and they are really taking this second set to France. They will not lie down. That was terrific. Really good, an excellent dig at full stretch to keep that ball alive. And we are all square in this second set. Not for long. He remains pretty calm, doesn't he, Brizard? You don't see him showing much emotion. Here is the French captain. That's nicely dealt with by Nishikawa. Makes himself available for the return, but Nishida on that occasion is thwarted by the French blockers. Le Goff once again. Frustration there for the young man. It's quite a powerful arm, isn't it? Here is Brizard once again. Yamamoto digs out. That's better. Nishida finds his mark this time. And keeps that advantage to France to just a single point. Nishida now up to 15 points for the match. Onodera is withdrawn. On comes Yamauchi. Rubenikov. Oh, that's terrific. Just to keep the ball alive. France have done well here, but will they be able to continue in this rally? No, they can't. Off the hand of Tilly there. Only a matter of time, you sensed before Japan would make that advantage count, but that was a pretty good dig, and that was impressive as well, wasn't it, by Antoine Brizard. Tilly, though, could not keep that point alive. So we are getting into serious business territory here at the end of the second set. And timeout called by France. I think Brizard maybe just hurt his arm there in that desperate attempt to keep the ball alive, which he did actually. The penultimate point just maybe fell slightly awkwardly on what is a pretty hard and forgiving surface out there. 19 apiece then. France a set to the good, looking for this third victory to make it a perfect weekend, a perfect start to the Volleyball Nations League 2019. Here is Haku Ri to get us back underway. Clever note. Oh, that was beautifully done. Really nice work for Le Goff to dispatch. Just brought the ball back in. So France hit 20. 5 points required to double their lead here in Novi Sad. Just long from that head-on shot. This could go either way. Could make a case for either team to take this second set. Japan have been very competitive. There's the set. Brizard. Patry can't get it away. There's the block, and it's well long. And Japan take the lead. Now then, can they go on and level this match? What have France got left? Patry, on that occasion, thwarted there. There's the block, and there's the block from France, but in their case, the ball way out of court. Patry, and it's Patry's turn to get the block touch. They needed that to draw level. Patry will be the go-to man you sense in these final few points of this set. Here is Le Goff, the towering figure. Ooh, a mistake. Atoned for, though, by Yamamoto. Tilly, ball comes back, wasn't expecting that. And the point goes the way of France. Frustration there for Nishida. Well, timeout call by Japan. And not surprisingly, let's have a look at this again. There's Tilly. Two players closest to camera touching the net, which was why Nishida, who kept that ball alive, was so frustrated. Just a single point in it. This will be really demoralizing for Japan if they come out second best in this second set, having worked so hard, but you could certainly argue the case for them deserving this second set and leveling up the match. They've played really well. So Le Goff looking to build on this slender lead for France. There is Le Goff, not able to handle that. Straight in the basket. And Takano there. Draws Japan level. Actually, Ishikawa with the winning spike. 3 points required by both teams. Grebennikov with the dig. Here is Tilly. The block comes in. Who are they going to go for? It's Takano. Grebennikov again mops up. Tilly for the second time. Yes, nice. Evades the blockers. And Laurent Tilly starting to make his presence felt over on that left-hand side. Double substitution for France. Just bringing on some reinforcements. Number 5 is on for France. Raphael Cor for Patry. And Antoine Brizard has also gone off. In the meantime, Ishikawa continues to draw Japan level. Timothée Carl it is who is on for the captain, Brizard. I wonder if that's just a tactical substitution or whether the problem with his arm when he fell heavily is part of the reason for him being withdrawn. In the meantime, we are within touching distance of the culmination of this second set. And there is nothing to choose between them. There's Cor. Ah, it's nicely done. First contribution there for Timothée Carl. It's set point to France. Tilly delivers. There's the dig, the set. Tilly keeps the ball alive. There is Cor. Oh, it's well wide from the French player Clevenot. Frustrating there. And this is going right down to the wire. That was an ambitious angle to try there from Clevenot. 2 points clear, remember. So, Seketa is off. Here's Nishida. Grebennikov digs that one out. Straight back, though, with interest. And it's Japan who are knocking on the door now. having saved a set point themselves, they now have a set point of their own. Hakaru, that was, dispatching. And that was all from the serve, delivered by Nishida. France take a timeout at set point down.
Faites attention, peut-être roulette, ok, c'est plutôt le central. Et on y va. Allez, allez,
well, pretty downbeat. I can think of other coaches who may have been speaking in a bit more animated fashion there at this juncture. France were ahead, they had set point, they were leading by just a couple, but significantly Japan didn't let them get away. And now they need this man, the 19-year-old, their star player, no doubt about that. One for the future, for the Olympics next year, serving here at set point to Japan. This to level up. Oh, he's not made it. He needed a big one there. He went for it, and rightly so. You can't fault him for that. Substitutions coming in thick and fast. Rossard is on, Chinagnes departs. Sakita is back on. Take takes his place on the bench. All square, 25 all. Nicely done. Dug out. Here is Nishida. Oh, that's good hands. Clevenot keeps the ball alive. Rossard just puts it back into play, but he doesn't. All importantly, all he had to do was keep that ball in play, and he couldn't do it. And Japan have a second set point. It's good retrieving, wasn't it, from Clevenot? Delighted to see that go wide. More changes for the French team. There is Clevenot, who did so well to keep that ball alive. Yanagida, the Japanese captain, comes on. And his first job will be to try and convert this second set point for his team. Can he succeed where Nishida couldn't? Yes, he can, is the answer to that. A rasping, ripping serve. And Captain Yanagida draws Japan level. Just simply nothing that Tilly could do with that at all. And Japan have indeed, deservedly so, taken this second set by a whisker. 27 points to 25, and we are all square here in Novi Sad. A set apiece. Well, a really enjoyable set of volleyball there. Both teams playing their part, but Japan outpointing France in the attacking department, all square in terms of blocks. But this match so far, 2 sets in, has been very much on the offensive. Let's take a look at the spike contact points for both teams. Here's Japan first, and having great success on the right-hand side, notably from Nishida. And then on the left-hand side, it's been Jean Patry for the most part. 53% of their success has come from that left attack. And overall, Japan have won 35 of their 49 points from spikes offensively. France, just over half, 27 of their 50 points have come from attacking shots. So, time to take a breath. And we have a real match on our hands here. A reminder, we've got Serbia against Russia to come, which will be our last match in Novi Sad for the weekend. France, of course, hoping for a clean sweep with 3 victories, and Japan, with a win and a defeat in their first 2 matches, have given France something to think about here, no doubt about it. You just sense the increase in intensity. Just a couple of points were absolutely outstanding, and their big name players, Nishida and Ishikawa, have really delivered here, made a real difference. How will France respond? Laurent Tilly rang the changes towards the end of the set with multiple substitutions. Jean Patry is back on, as is Brizard there. He looks to be okay. Just had a little bit of spray on the arm there when he fell awkwardly. So, set 3. It's all square. And it's the French captain, Antoine Brizard, to get us underway. Well, that's a misjudgment. That's a clean ace. And that's a nice little bonus to start the 3rd set with. His first point of the match. That's another great serve. Mopped up there. There is Takano. Not enough on that. Grebennikov turns setter. Rally goes on, looking for Nishida. Oh, he's wide there, is he? Yes, he is. The left-hander went down the line. Thought he'd spotted a gap. There he is, just getting himself into position. And that was a good couple of inches wide. So, early strikes here for France. Good dig. Nishida again, the go-to man, and this time he finds his mark. They're just looking for him every time. And that telepathic understanding between the setter, Sakita, and Nishida. It's a great partnership. Yamauchi. Nicely left. Sailed over the baseline. Here is Thibaut Rossard, who was featured well in that second match yesterday against Serbia. Oh, nicely done there by Takarut. Has Lee on the back of his shirt, but his given name is Hako Ri. No reply to that at all. Nishida. Tilly. It's well left. It's good thinking. Power of this serve is a sight to behold, really is. Puts them in such a great position in one single shot. Once again, France deal with it well. And Le Goff mops it up nicely. He moves to 9 points for the match. Worth reminding ourselves that in terms of current world rankings, only 3 places between these two sides. France at 9, Japan at 12. It's competitive. Nicely done by Le Goff, keeps the ball alive. Here is Tilly, nicely blocked. Le Goff again mops up. Tilly again. The block comes in. Japan sense this may be their chance, but no. The block comes in. Chenaniez does the job, and that was a lovely exchange there. Terrific from Le Goff on 2 occasions. And Ishikawa thwarted there by Cheneniez. 2 points to lead. Oh, this one, Nishida moves to 20. He's simply unstoppable. 38 points now for the tournament so far this year in 3 matches. Given that he didn't play in the second one. No. There's Bultour on the left of picture. We featured him at the top of the programme. Had a great game yesterday. We may see him in action later on. Jean Patry not able to find the court. So once again, the pattern continuing here in the 3rd set. Just 1 or 2 points the difference. Neither side has been able to pull away. Rossard. That's nicely done. Patry has found his scoring arm again. He moves to 8 points. Le Goff, the leading French point scorer, on 9. There's a lot of chasing to do there, but he's done really well, Sekita. Grebennikov with quite a lot of time. And there we are, brilliant. They all the eyes looked to the right, but actually it was Patry who was being lined up on the left. And that's a nice, comfortable 3-point cushion for France to have to take into the technical timeout here in set 3.
First, you should have no other side out first. We are late. You have to use line. Because you're hitting on the only diagonal, so line is open, you should be able to use it. Okay? Line and quick. Now he changed a little bit the game. He sees that we follow all the time, so he's playing outside. Anyway, first side out. And after you will...
Well, let's look at the contribution of Cheneniez, who's come alive again in this 3rd set. Went a little bit quiet in the second and started well. Still only 21 years old. He was kind of a fringe player in the VNL last year, but much more integral this year in Laurent Tilly's plans. He's a real presence at the net with 8 points, three blocks to his name. There you can see the breakdown of his contribution so far. More of the same required of him, I'm sure. So France leading by 3 in this 3rd set. Tilly looking to go down the line and catching the libero slightly unawares. Grebennikov in the thick of it again. Rossard, yes, that's nice. Thibaut Rossard gets himself on the board for the first time. France now lead by 4. We haven't seen much of this. It's been the odd point. It's been nip and tuck for most of the match. Sekita, Tilly tries his best, and look at that commitment from Grebennikov. He was absolutely after that ball, would not give it up. A real chaser of lost causes. Seemingly impossible, but still he went after it. So here is Sekita, the setter. Grebennikov with the good dig. Oh, good block. Comes back off Tilly. The ball's still alive. Rossard for the 2nd time. Now then, the left-hander starting to find some space. France re-established their 4-point lead. Cheneniez. No. Ishikawa, who's being well outpointed here by his teammate Nishida in this match so far. There is Tilly with the dig. Osa again. Ishikawa retrieves nicely. The block comes in, but it goes wide. And Ishikawa, well, getting the plaudits, getting the congratulations, and rightly so, because it was his retrieval here. Look at this. Keeping the ball high. And the block coming up, but Le Goff going wide. So the 4-point deficit has been halved here to 2. Ishikawa goes long with the serve. Antoine Brizard looks to be okay after that awkward fall. Oh, has that caught the line? Now that was close. That was close. It's been called out. There'll be a challenge from France. Decided not to. Laurent Tilly just looking at his players. They were looking at him, just wondering whether it was worth making a challenge. They decide not to. And the gap back to 2 points. Grebennikov sets up the platform. Osa, and it's gone way, way wide. And he's made a difference, hasn't he, since coming on? Thibaut Osa, third success in this third set. Great height on that ball and terrific topspin to bring the ball down. Oh, super blocking, keeps the ball alive. This is terrific stuff. Rat-a-tat-tat stuff at the net. Tilly's chance to have a go. Ishikawa, there is Grebennikov. Tilly, ball still alive, nobody touched the net. Nishida, and the ball goes wide, and the point goes to Japan. Will there be a challenge? Wow, thrilling stuff. Volleyball of the highest quality there. Some terrific exchanges. There's the block. What reactions from Yamamoto. And look at the pancake there from Nishida to keep the ball alive. And Grebennikov with the set. And Tilly has a go. And on we go. That was worth the entrance fee alone. That single rally, outstanding. So Japan back to 2. Grebennikov is brilliant. That's been a great duel, hasn't it? The Nishida serve and the Grebennikov dig. But France come away with the point again. Nishida, once again, has scored more points than his age in this match. He's up to 21. Le Goff then. Sakita. Oh, it's gone wide. No, wide but touched. France, at best, have opened up a 4-point gap. Yeah, clear touch. That gap now at 2. That's terrific from Tilly. Patri's touch for once lets him down. Went for placement, went for subtlety, and it didn't quite come off. So Japan, having been 4 points down, are now just a single point in arrears. Yeah, it was half-hearted, wasn't it? Didn't really commit to the shot. Takano. Midway through this third set. France need to rediscover that momentum that took them 4 points clear and they were cruising. Here is Patry. Sakita. Rossa. That's nice. Patry this time does find his mark with pure power. He's having a fine weekend in Novi Sad, is Jean-Patry. Sakita. Oh, it's nicely dug out there by Rossard. And Tilly fails to find the mark. So the technical timeout is delayed slightly. Japan move back to within 2. Showing great resilience, particularly midway through the set and towards the end of the set. It's the pattern so far. Patry. Touch of the net. And we are now at the technical timeout with France re-establishing a useful 3-point lead here, leading 16-13. They will want to build on that and just put Japan out of the game.
Prenons nos territoires. Le 6 là, le 5, restez là sur la grande diagonale. Et là sur la grande diagonale, on va défendre là-dessus, ok? Après les gars, pour tous les attaquants en 4 ou en 2, les balles elles arrivent, les mecs ils plongent sur l'intérieur, vous avez des couloirs sur la ligne. Vous embêtez pas à taper la diagonale. Vous avez des couloirs. Vous me faites des coubiacs là ou des attaques là, il y a zéro problème. Ok?
He's basically making the point that the diagonal is there, but don't forget that the corridors, as he called them, down the side are also available. In tennis terms, going down the line. So one set apiece here in Novi Sad in this penultimate match. France leading in the 3rd by a useful 3 points. Here is Kevin Tilly. Nice serve there. Well dug out by Rossard. Desperate defending. And France come away with the point. And now the lead is re-established to 4 points. Can they kick on from here? That was a good, smart serve from Tilly that set up the opportunity. Rossard was smart there to keep that ball alive. And in the end, it was Brizard with the winning shot. Timeout taken by Japan. Just wanting to interrupt the momentum here. Try and take the sting out of the French sails.
But one more time, guys, we have to restart. Hey, we know against this team is difficult. So it just, if you make everything, they will take defense, they will take, you have to bring one more time, all the time, come on.
Interesting admission there that they know how good the French are, that they're going to have to be just an extra little bit special to get something out of this game. Tilly then continues. Sakita, Ishikawa, that's terrific from Grebennikov. Rossard makes sure the ball is kept alive. Ishida coming in and takes his tally to 22. He has been the standout player of this match across both teams, it has to be said. That left arm, so powerful, so quick. Here is Sakita. Chenagnes needing no second invitation. And France starting to accumulate impressively here. Japan have to keep their heads, keep their cool. Softer serve, went for placement. And we're made to pay the price there, Takano. Sakita coming from the, advancing from deep, Takano. Substitution for Japan. Yanagida is back on for Takano. So the Japanese captain on court, featured at the top of the program. Tilly. Oh, that's terrific. Is it going to get kept alive? No, it isn't. So difficult for Yanagida. And now France have this third set in sight. It's a good response from the French. Two previous victories have been by 3 sets to 1, and they're on course for a third here. Just long from Lizard. France will be favourites to wrap up this third set from here. But there's no doubt a set becomes so much more tense as we get closer to the finishing line. Points take on even more importance. Amuchi. It's a short set. That's nicely done. Rossard once again delivering. He has made a real contribution here since coming on in this third set. Tilly still not happy with something. Even though his team are now just 5 points away from wrapping up this third set. That's Yamamoto who's dug that one out. And the captain on the far side, Yanagida, coming away with another point for Japan. Frustration there for Patry. So what can Nishida find? Need one of his booming serves to try and get Japan back in this third set. Rubenikov, once again, we see that cameo between the two. Terrific arm there from Nishida, really strong arm. Likewise from Rossard. This is really competitive. Tilly going for placement. There is Ishikawa, and the block comes in. And the point had already been awarded to France anyway. And France move to within 4. Let's look at this again. Ishikawa. Yeah, the point awarded to France there because the ball was caught and then thrown up with the fingers by the Japanese player. And that's well long. And France now moving smoothly, relatively smoothly towards this third set. They're just 3 points away from re-establishing their lead. Le Goff, 2 players going for the same ball. The block coming in, ball still alive. There's the set, Atake. Excellent dive from Rossard. Tilly, yes, finds his mark. And France now surely on the march. And they will feel they are unstoppable from here. Timeout taken by Japan comes as no surprise at all, because this last 2 or 3 minutes has been all blue. France just a couple of points away from this third set.
A quick pipe. Should be a good solution. To find it. Allez, go, passing. Let's go. Side of okay, go. Go.
What have Japan got from here? They showed great resilience in fighting back in set 2. This is a slightly tougher challenge. Not impossible, certainly not. Le Goff then with a serve, Yamamoto. The block goes wide, and Japan retrieve an important point here. Fukatsu, the setter, is now on for Japan. Here is the captain, Yanagida. It's long. And it's a serve that takes France to set point. 6 set points for the runners-up last year. Surely now they will be able to wrap up this third set. Here is Jean Patry. Let's just take another angle on this. Ishikawa, there is Katsu. Ishikawa again. Grebennikov, Tilly's after it. Grebennikov again, steers the ball over just to keep the ball. Only 3 touches allowed, remember. And Japan come away with the points off Shineniez. And they're still alive and set points down in this third set. Really good retrieval there from Tilly, having to go under the net. It is allowed as long as he doesn't touch it. But his efforts to no avail. Still set point France. Takahashi with the serve. Here we go, is this the one? It is, it's out of court. France take the point, and with it, this third set. They had to work hard, but in the end, the margin actually relatively comfortable. So France still on course for this 3 match out of 3 success in Novi Sad. They took the first set, back came Japan, but France now ahead once again. 25-19, they've taken this third set. Well, let's look at the numbers from that third set. And France on the offensive side, just outpointing Japan. Even Stevens on blocks and serves. And forcing more errors. But the key points really converted by the likes of Le Goff, and great unseen work again by Grebennikov, the French libero. Let's take a look at the cross-court or down the line. It's something that Laurent Tilly was referring to in his last time out. And it's actually pretty even, isn't it? Exactly 50% of points won by going down the line as opposed to cross-court. So a good mix-up there, good blend of tactics. And it's seen them to a 2-1 lead here. And they will be favourites to take this fourth set. Won all 3 games of the opening weekend in 2018. Went on to win 8 of their 15 pool matches. So a lot of volleyball to be played. That's the first weekend in many over the next few weeks. There'll be a lot of travelling involved. Each of the main core teams will host a round of pool matches. We're here in Serbia. There are also matches going on as we speak in China and Poland and Argentina. And it all culminates in Chicago on the 10th of July. Top 6 out of the 16 teams will go through to the finals weekend, and the medals will be decided from there. France made it last year, came up just short, losing to Russia. Japan finished 12th out of the 16 last year. They look to be a better unit for me this year, certainly on the evidence of this weekend. How much they'll take away from Novi Sad, we shall find out in the next half an hour or so. So France leading here by 2-1. Looking for this fourth set to seal the match. Japanese captain Yanagida to get us underway. Here is Rossard. Been impressed with his contribution since he came on. That's a super serve. And made the spike from Patry all the more easy. There was just a slight sense that Japan thought they'd kept that ball alive, and some of the French players just switched off, but play rightly called to a halt. But that all came from the quality of the serve from Rossard, setting that opportunity beautifully. And there's another one. Ishida getting the ball back in play. Ishikawa again. And Japan doing well to come away with a point there. Another example of chasing lost causes. Hakarud. Out on the full. Sekita back on as the main setter for Japan, after being replaced momentarily by Fukatsu. Here is Le Goff then. France leading by 3-1 in this fourth set. Ishikawa. Tonadero. Great retrieving there by Yamamoto. Ishikawa again. Rossard. Rossard for the return. Yamamoto. Plenty of height on that. There is Rossard, and on we go. This is a great rally shaping up here. Patry, and the ball is wide. And France add to their tally. Super rally, really was. Something for everyone in there. Timeout called by Japan, just concerned that their 3-point deficit just interrupting the momentum.
Go fast and take this distance, okay? And sometimes it's good in the middle of the court. But you have to save this quick. Come on.
Real test of Japan's mental strength here. They've been impressive so far in this match, but you just wonder whether if France start to extend this lead in the fourth set, whether some of the heads will drop. Le Goff then with the serve. There is the set. Onodera dispatches. He's been relatively quiet today. Onodera had a really good opening match on Friday against Serbia. Match they won, of course, unexpectedly. So Nishida. Good serve. Rossard going down the line, but failing to make the mark. It was out of court. Well, let's look at this again. Ah, there was a touch. So difficult to see in real time. So France win the point. Onodera, well, having said he's been quiet, he pops up twice in quick succession. Really nicely done. And Sekita, of course, in the thick of it, the setter. Rossard diving to keep that ball alive. Nicely done by Yamamoto. And again, the linchpin. There is Yanagida, the Japanese captain. Nishida, well dug out there by Patry, using all of his frame. Desperate lunging stuff here from Japan. They've done really well, Nagida, but the block comes in, and France would not be moved there. And Rossard making a fine, fine contribution, both offensively and defensively. Super stuff. There's been some really good quality volleyball in this game today. Wonderful. It's not just making the diving save, it's getting back up on your feet, ready for the next play. That's been so impressive. Serious faces on the sidelines from the Japanese replacements. But Japan still in this fourth set. There's Hossa. Beautiful blocking. Really nicely done there by Hakori and Nishida together. Nishida now 23 points for the match. Rossard. As Patrice straight down the line, super spike, so clean, beautiful hitting. Once again, the telepathic relationship between Brizard, the setter, and Patry, the wing spiker. Chinagniez next to serve. Sakato, there's Nishida, and he gets the block that he wanted, the block touch. Good response again, this from Japan, isn't it? Just a single point. Nishida then. Not finding the court on this occasion, so first technical timeout of this fourth set. And it's France who have a useful but not entirely convincing 2-point lead here. 8-6 they lead.
On va prendre l'intérieur sur le gaucher. Le problème c'est qu'il y va avec les mains et on n'a plus de force. Donc là il va nous jouer. C'est vraiment avec le corps, les mains en face. Vraiment, vous allez couper les angles, ça va être comme ça, c'est tout. Et pareil en 4 en face. C'est pas en allant comme ça.
Well, let's take a look at Jean Patry, who has 16 points to his name in this game so far. That was an early point. He's been solid in defence as well. But such a clean hitter of the ball. The go-to man. Some impressive mopping up in that last point as well. So France with a 2-point advantage here and leading by 2-1. Brizard then gets us back underway. There is Nishida. Oh, it's terrific from Grebennikov again. That's been a really good, interesting subplot in this match. Le Goff right down the throat of Yamamoto. He didn't look happy at first, but he's just blown a kiss to one of his players. Brizard, again with the pace off the ball. Terrific blocking, and France now starting to make hay. Le Goff thwarting the Japanese captain. Yanagida. Four points the difference here. Here is Nishida. Well dealt with by Brizard. And again, it's Le Goff getting his big frame in the way. And now France starting to pull away here. Is this a match-winning surge from the men in blue? Well, substitution from Japan. Back comes Yamauchi, middle blocker. Well, that's unfortunate from Japan's point of view. Nothing they can do. It does happen from time to time. And it's cruel because France have just been enjoying a roll here. So often this game is about momentum. It's the old juggernaut analogy. It's so difficult to stop. France have got some steam up here. What can Japan do? Well, that's not bad for starters. There is Yamauchi. A few nods of approval on the sidelines. It's 5 points, the deficit. What can the captain do here? Yanagida. Grebennikov. How high was that? Came down with snow on. There is Rossa going for placement. Yamamoto finished off again by Yamauchi. So he's having some early success since he entered the fray. Just stemming the tide here, Japan, as France were threatening to run away with this fourth set. And once again, the gap opens up to 5. Thibaut Rossa. Good hands. And goes for the return, does Ishikawa, and gets his reward. Twice involved there, made the original dig, and then set himself up for the winning spike. Yeah, unashamedly aimed at the body there of Riza. So Yamauchi is next to serve. Grebennikov. Patry just cannot live with him. Cannot live with him. There's just so much power. Makes it virtually unstoppable. Combination of power and the height, of course, so the trajectory of the ball. Guenier enters the fray for the first time, replaces Chenaniez, who's done well. 9 points to his name today. Has had a fine game. Yamamoto. Oh, the block coming in beautifully there. Really nice. The French, you sense, think that they've got this wrapped up. It was Rossa with that contribution, the block. Here's Le Goff again. Ishida thwarted. Well, the blocking skills here. Rossa for the second point running comes up with a winning block. And frustration there for the little man Nishida. France leading now by a very comfortable 7 points in this fourth set as we reach the second technical timeout.
He expects that we stop to play, so now he's working. Hey, you can learn a lot to find a solution to get out from these difficulties. You have to get out at the end of the set, okay? Allez, come on.
Yes. Let's go.
Well, Le Goff has really come into his own. He's such a huge presence at the net. Using all of his height, 11 points he's contributed to this match today. Has a 375-centimetre spike height at best. And another player who always seems to be smiling, regardless of the match situation, which is great to see. France then, 9 points from victory here. There's Sakita. Coming in from deep, and that's way, way too long. And Yanagida has made a difference here. Japan looking to stay in touch here, otherwise it's game over. He's taking off the ball. Rossa, yes. Well, he has been perhaps not the pick of the players, but he's certainly been right up there. Perhaps top 2, top 3 French players today. Thibaut Rossa. France edging their way towards victory. Jean-Patry failing to get the ball over the net there. But they'll be happy just to keep this clock ticking over with 5 or 6 points between them and their opponents. Here is Ishikawa. Well dug out there by Rossa, and Aguenier helps himself, and he gets his first point of the evening. Played a vital role yesterday in the second match. Haven't seen the likes of Bultor, number 16. We featured him earlier on in the programme. He was the standout player of yesterday, Saturday. Japan have done really well to get this ball back into play. Still in contention here. Now, has that gone in? There may be a challenge here. It's Lenil. No touch. France edging towards victory here with Lenil serving the left-hander. That one is long on the full. It just demonstrates the strength and depth of this French side, that players who come in and are called upon come in and slot in effortlessly. Gives the bigger name players the chance to rest. It simply isn't possible to play every single game here. Lenil. That's nicely done. It's one-way traffic now from France. Turning the screw here. This is really cruel on Japan because they've been so competitive for so much of this match. They've played some wonderful volleyball all weekend, but it looks like they'll be on the end of another defeat here. Aguenier. There's the dig from Ishikawa. Nishida, no. Even he's being nullified now, and that's just a measure of how France have upped their level. They've started to nullify the main weapon of the Japanese team with this monster block. Terrific. All three up there with Wizard involved as well. But Le Goff right in the thick of it. Timeout taken by Japan. What can they do to halt the flow of this French team, who are knocking on the door there as a Serbian coaching staff? They'll be out in action in just over an hour's time. If this match is wrapped up here in the fourth set. What can Japan do, though? It's a long way back from here. France need just 4 more points to seal victory. Here is Aguenier. Yamamoto. That'll do for starters. Yamauchi. Good direction on that spike. Really nicely done. Nishida then. The left-hander, the 19-year-old. Who's such a talent. Booms in another serve. Ah, it's terrific. Lenil coming from deep again. And France just keeping the scoreboard operator busy here. Ticking it over nicely. Nice dive there from Yanagida. And once again, Nishida comes off second best. And France now coasting to victory. They really have tightened up against Nagida, who was running amok really in the first set. He's still the highest point scorer of the entire match with 24. But his influence has waned slightly during this set. France 2 points from victory. Yanagida. Grebennikov, not for the first time, digs it out, and Le Goff spots the opportunity and takes it with both hands. He's been an absolute titan today. And his spike takes France to match points. Rossard back on to try and deliver the winning blow. Nope, we'll have to wait. Japan then, with Yamauchi staring down the barrel. This will be a monumental comeback from here. Linil goes for the return. Le Goff steps in and dispatches the winning spike. And in the end, France have wrapped this up very comfortably indeed. Chinagniers comes in to join in the celebration, Tilly as well. A nice warm handshake between the two coaches, but well, the first 3 sets were pretty competitive. All credit to Japan for coming back and leveling up in that second set, taking it by 27 to 25. France took the third, and then in the end, that fourth set was very, very comfortable indeed. No wonder they're smiling, no wonder they're celebrating. France take that fourth set, 25-15. It's a 3-1 victory, and it completes a perfect weekend for last year's runners-up. They've won here by 3 sets to 1, and they have 3 victories out of 3 here in Novi Sad. Here are the numbers for the entire match. It was pretty even, wasn't it, in the attacking department? And the standout names, really, Jean Patry once again for France and Nishida for Japan. Here are the best spikers for the French team. Tilly chipping in, as well as Le Goff with a few points. But Patry once again leading the way. 23 points before this match. That takes him to 39 for the competition so far. And most of those dispatched in the left attack on the right-hand side of that picture. So France complete a perfect weekend. Runners-up last year and very much up and running here in 2019. Another match to come. It's the last one. It's the hosts Serbia against Russia. That'll be with you very, very shortly. Join us again very soon.
Okay, but look. The problem was that you were